This is a terrible angle. I know. Don't talk about it. We're making a Jax plushie. Hello, welcome back. Welcome. This is so out of order. The sun is in my way. Oh well, deal with it. I'm making a Jax plushie. For those of you who don't know who Jax is, he's from the Amazing Digital Circus and indie animation on YouTube, and I'm kind of obsessed with it right now. So we're making a Jax plushie. I've already started because I had to figure. Okay. Let me explain. There's no pattern out there. There might be, but I don't feel like digging for one. So I bought a pattern off of Etsy. I'm gonna put a picture of what Jax looks like right here. I bought a pattern off of Etsy that looks very similar to his shape, very long, a long rabbit, and I'm gonna just tweak some things. So I'm just using this as a base pattern because I cannot come up with my own patterns. That is way too much brain power for me. But the feet aren't like this in the pattern, so I wanted to make his feet a little more paw-like, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put like little black lines here. I tweaked that a little bit. It didn't take me that long because I've made feet like this before in different patterns, so I just kind of remembered how to make that shape. And so I made his other little paw here, but I'm working on his overalls right now. But yeah, in the pattern, the ears are different, so I'm gonna have to make my own ears. He's got overalls, the pattern doesn't have overalls, so I'm making the overalls a part of him, and then the little straps are gonna be separate, because I cannot be bothered to make overalls over top of him. That's too much yarn, and I don't have that much yarn for him, so that's what we're doing here. This pink is a little bit more vibrant than I'd like it to be, but oh my gosh, it was so hard to hunt down the colors that I needed. I don't know why it was so hard to find. I could find them in the thinner yarn, the weight 4 yarn, but I wanted him to be fluffy or like plush-like. I got the Parfait Chunky Premier yarn. That is what we're doing. This is what it looks like so far. Please ignore how I look. I just woke up, okay? I didn't feel like putting on makeup or something or doing my hair because I just want to crochet and be comfortable. It's been a couple days since the last video, or since the last clip. When did I don't even remember when I recorded that, but I've been busy. I went to a concert, I've had work, like it's just been a little bit busy. I've made a little bit of progress. I finished his legs, and I put the little cuff of his legs right here. I used just this like pink yarn. I'd like it to be a different color, but this is what I have, and I'm not gonna buy a whole new yarn to make it a slightly different shade. Here's his feet. They kind of look a little round right now, but once I sew on the little black pieces, it should look a lot better. But now we're gonna move on to his body. We're gonna connect these legs together, and then it's gonna crochet his body. In the pattern, his body the body of the bunny kind of goes like out and in, and Jax's body, I'm gonna put another picture of what Jax looks like. Jax's body is very rectangular. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I might just play around with or see how the rows go. I haven't even looked at it. I'll see how it wants me to do it, and then maybe I just won't have it come in slightly at the end. Maybe I'll just do like a couple rows where it comes in a lot. And also on this pattern, it doesn't have a neck, and Jax has a neck. Like he got a long skinny neck, and so I kind of want to do a little bit of a neck, maybe not too big of one, because then his head's gonna be heavy and floppy. So maybe we'll do like a short neck. I don't know yet, but yeah, we're gonna move on to his body. Okay, this is where we've got to. I think now I'm gonna change back to his purple. Oh. That was my dog moving. My phone is leaning up against her bed. So professional, right? This is where we got to. I'm gonna switch to his purple now. I'm satisfied. I think this is where I want his overalls to end. And the last 2 rows I was supposed to be decreasing, but I want to keep his body one length. And so I'm gonna go up a little bit with the purple and then start decrease in like really fast, and then I'm gonna create his neck. I don't know how this is gonna go. That could go very terribly and not work at all, but this is gonna be very much trial and error. But this is how he's looking. I think it's looking good. And does he have a tail? I don't remember if he's got a tail or not. I'll have to look. Let me look right now. Does he have a tail? Does Jax from Digital Circus have a tail? I'm not seeing anywhere that he has a tail, but nowhere's showing it. Okay, I'm not seeing anywhere that he has a tail. I feel like this is gonna make it sound all weird. I'm just gonna hold you. I'm not seeing anywhere that he has a tail, so I'm just gonna make him without a tail for right now. And if I can find that he does have a tail, then I'll give him a little tail. It's been a couple days since I last filmed the last part. My hair's dyed. Did I show you that already? Anyway, my hair's different. I'm gonna move on and do his head first to see how big it's gonna be, because man's is long and I don't know if I want to shorten his overalls or not, because the purple up here is supposed to be like longer too. I don't know if the proportions of his legs will look correct if his body is shorter and his head is like a different size. So I'm gonna crochet a head. I'm not gonna follow the pattern on the one that I'm following. I'm really not even following this pattern. It's kind of there as like a guide, I guess. I'm really pulling patterns from other places and kind of making my own. And I should be keeping track of what I'm doing, but I'm not. He's very long. I don't know if I want to keep it this size. If I do, his shoulders are probably going to go up to about here. And then his head will be up here. And then his ears. So I don't know. I'm just going to go crochet his head and I will be back and show you what that looks like. Okay, I made his head. I'm stuffing it right now, so it's a little wonky. I will fix it, but I like the size of the head. I followed the pattern, but the pattern said to do more rows right here, so it was more of like a round head. But I just did less rows so that it was more of like an oval-y shape, you can see. I think that looks better. It's still like round, but it's shorter rounded. But I think that'll look fine. And I still don't know. I think this is fine. I think it'll be fine. He's supposed to be tall, right? I think I'm gonna leave it and do like one more row of purple. I wish I had just one less row of this pink, maybe. It's hard to see because this hasn't come in yet, but I think it'll be fine. One more row of purple and then decrease it together and then put the head on. I think the proportions look fine, right? And then they'll have ears and then arms. I think it'll be fine. I think it will look good. He's just gonna be very long, but he's long in the show. So like, it's fine. I have to make his arms and his ears. And then after I sew the head on and the ears on, I have felt, because I'm not gonna be embroidering or sewing on his facial features because I want him to look like Jax, you know, and I'm not putting on safety eyes because I want him to have his more expressive eyes. So I got sheets of felt that I'm gonna cut out and glue on his face so that it looks more like Jax. I think that'll be the best bet. And I also need to make his little pocket it's gonna be the same color as these bits down here. And then I need to sew on his little paw-like feet. And for his hands, he has gloves. And I don't know if I just wanna make the ends of his hands different because on the pattern, it's kind of like how his feet are. They're just, well, I added this little bump right here, but his feet are kind of, or his hands are kind of go like this. So I don't know if I want to make his hands a little bigger at first and then do a little bobble stitch to make a thumb, and then go down smaller to the wrist and then continue and then add a I will show you what I come up with. I think I do want to make his hands have gloves because he's got gloves in the show. They're gonna be fist gloves because I'm not making fingers. I'm not doing that. So he's gonna have like mittens, I guess. This is hard to explain. I will just show you when I do it. But I'm still stuffing the head, and then I still have to sew it, or not sew it. I have to do another round of decreases and then finish this part and then sew the head on. And I'm gonna sew the head on before I make ears and sew it on, because I think that'll be easier. All right, I hope this is all making sense. This is not a tutorial, by the way. This is not a tutorial. I'm just showing you that I'm making jacks. Maybe I will make a tutorial if you guys really, really want, but then I'd have to figure out what I did. And I don't remember what I did. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Okay. I will check back with you when I've made more progress. Okay, I did something. Okay, so first I finished this. I went back and lowered his overalls one, I think, and then I made like a slight neck. I didn't want to make his like full long neck because then his head would be like really floppy, and I don't have like a wire to hold it up. And I guess I could get one, but I don't feel like it. So I made like a slight neck that his head is going to go on, and I think it'll look fine. I still need to make the overall straps, but that will be a accessory moment. That's progress I made for that. I made his hands. I'm actually kind of proud. They kind of look like fire hydrants if you hold it up like this, but like I'm extending his arms here. Like this is his glove. It doesn't look good. He's got little thumbs, and this will be his arm. I'm really proud of this. I know it's a simple thing, but like I made it. I didn't follow a pattern, and I'm kind of proud of myself for that because I always need patterns for things. I like, for some reason, can never come up with something by myself, but I did it. Thank you. I'll take a bow. No, but I'm proud, and I even made it so his, like, what is this called? His, like, so it looks like a glove. It's like on him. I'm really proud of that. It might not look like a lot, but I'm proud of that. And I made two because I didn't want to forget how I did it, so I just went back and made two because I have 2 skeins of purple, so I can work on 2 at once. I'll check back in when these arms are longer. All right, it's the next day, and I finished his arms. I'm determined to get him done today. I am determined. It's 2:30 p.m., but I'm determined to get him done. So I have his arms, his body, his head. I just need to crochet his ears, and then we can put them together and then make his face. That's it. I can do that, hopefully. Oh, and I need to crochet his little overall strappies and his pocket. But I don't think those will take me too long. And usually once I'm down to like the little details, it goes a lot faster. It's just these bigger pieces that take me forever because I get bored doing all this, so then I take more frequent stops, which I shouldn't, but I do. I think I am very happy with how these colors have turned out. Like, I was a little worried about finding the correct colors. I was worried this was gonna be a little too pink or a little too like vibranty, orangey pink, I guess. But I think these colors are like spot on. I think it looks so good. Oh, I'm so excited. I still need to make this a little bit longer, but you know, it gets harder to stuff the longer it gets. But this is it so far. I'm kind of squishing it so it makes it a little bit more flat. like his body too. Like I've squished it so that it looks more 2D like. If that makes sense. Like I know he's like obviously it's not 2D, but I'm gonna make this just a little bit longer to go on his head. Oh, actually, maybe just like a couple rows longer because I want it to be able to stand up. Yeah, maybe honestly just like a few rows longer. I think this is gonna look so good. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make his other ear this size and then see if I like them together that long. I think this is a good length. I don't think I need it any longer. I really want them to stand up straight though because this head's curved. I feel like they're gonna be out. So I don't know yet what I'm gonna do about that, but I don't know. This is such a trial and error thing for me. I'm kind of proud of how it's gone. So be right back. Now we're on my least favorite part of the crocheting process, and it's the sewing all of these parts together. Especially with this type of yarn, it gets little like indents in it and then the fluff pulls apart. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to sew with this kind of plush yarn. Like the blanket yarn, the Bernat blanket yarn is fine, but the like velvety yarn, my worst nightmare. I hate it. But the only really like bad part about this sewing process is gonna be the head, because it's a circle. These are like straight across, they're small little things. These might be a little hard because I wanna sew them rounded or like this rather than flat. Like these arms, I sewed them shut, but this one I want to stay open just a little bit so it has a little bit more, it's a little bit more sturdy. And I need to stuff his head a little bit more so this bit goes down. I'm gonna do a little time lapse of me sewing these all together and you can see my struggle process. Okay, I forgot to record sewing the rest of him together, but are you ready? He doesn't even have his details on yet, and I'm so obsessed. Look at his ears. I had to sew his ears like a bunch of times in here so that they would stay up and not flop down to the side. But look at his arms. I still need to add the details like his overall straps, his buttons, the pocket, and his face. And I think that's, oh, and so his paws, his foot paws on. But like, look how ginormous he is. Like, let me scooch. I'm on my bed, all my pillows and stuff. Ignore, I don't have anywhere else to sit and crochet that's comfy. Look at how giant he is. But he's so cool. I'm so excited to put the details on. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna, I don't know whether I should do his face last. I think I'm gonna crochet everything else, like his pocket and the straps and the buttons, put those on him, and then cut out the felt for the face and glue it on. Okay, so I've made one strap for his overalls, and I'm working on another one right now. I haven't really timed how long this has taken me. It hasn't been too long because I take a lot of breaks, and I'm so sorry if you can hear chewing. My dog is aggressively, loudly chewing on a bone. I haven't really timed how long it's taken. If I had to guess, I've probably put in around 4 hours-ish of work, maybe a little less than that. He's so cool. But this is the little strappy. It's gonna go on him. I probably could have made it a little longer, but there are going to be buttons on the front. A little strapping, there's going to be a button right here, and then the little light pink pocket. It's going to look so good. Okay. All right, I know the lighting is kind of changing because I cannot control the sun. So, ignore that, but look. Woo. I sewed on his little straps and I made little buttons. I did some trial and error with these. I didn't know how big I wanted them, so I made these at first. These were with 7 single crochets in a magic ring, and they were just a little bit on the big side. And so I put it down to 5 single crochet in a magic ring, and I think it made the perfect little buttons. Oh my gosh, this is what it looks like on the back. Now it's time to make his little pocket. That's the only bit of crocheting. Oh, and his little feet, but that's like more sewing rather than crocheting. I have to crochet his little pocket piece, and then we're gonna do his little paws, and then I'm gonna cut out the felt. And I think his mouth has black lines, and I don't know if I want to sew on his mouth with black, like I'll glue it on and then sew on the lines with black yarn, or if I want to draw on the lines. I might do it with yarn because I think it might look better. Made this little square pocket. I'm gonna sew it on here. It looks so good. Okay, I'll be back when I'm done with that. Oh, baby, you wanna say hi? Come here. Come here. Oh, okay. She doesn't want to say hi. Here's the progress. I finished his pocket. All we have to do now is his paws and his face. I don't know how I'm gonna do the face. I need to go find a glue gun because I'm gluing this on. I'm not gonna sew the whole entire thing on. I'm gonna go get my felt, and then I'm gonna record the process of me cutting it all out. I might have to move to my floor because I'm not gonna cut a bunch of felt on my bed. I want it to be all nice and symmetrical, and I'm gonna have to draw it out. So we'll move down there, and also my plug is over there. So to use a hot glue gun, it's gotta be down there. I'm just gonna look at his picture, like what he looks like, and just cut out a face. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Come along with me. Let's go. guys. It's the next morning because I wanted to wait until it was a little bit more light outside to finish this, but sorry if I look a mess. Whatever. He's done. The last thing you saw was me sewing on his facial features. I changed his eyes because they were creeping me out, and I'm still not like 100% satisfied with them. Turns out it's actually really hard to cut out felt facial features, at least for me. Like, I don't know why I struggled so much. But, drum roll please, don't judge him too much. If you don't like him, don't say anything because I'll cry. Look at him. I did this. Look how tall. His eyes or his face reminds me, or I based it off of the plushie that they sell. And I think if I were to make him again, I'd probably do a more subtle, I don't want to say subtle, but like maybe his eyes squinty, maybe a more sarcastic facial feature. But I can't take it off now, so this is what it's going with. I think these are just a slightly too big, the black on his eyes, but the eyes I took off before, it like messed up some of the yellow, and so I had to cover it. But I think he turned out pretty good. I put his little paws on. Look at him, guys. His pocket, you can even put something in it. I'm so pleased with how he turned out, and I hope you guys like enjoyed this video. I hope it was everything you wanted it to be. If you guys like really enjoy this video, I might maybe make a pattern on him and do a tutorial, but I've never done that before, so that would take me a while, and plus I didn't write down anything I did with him, so I would have to go back and like figure out what I did and maybe change a few things if I did it differently or if I did him again. I'm really proud of his ears and his feet. Look at his feet and his straps. This is the back side of him. I think he looks so good. I'm so happy with how he turned out. He's so tall too. Look at him. I love him so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I might do a tutorial on him, but that would be in the future. I don't know what my next video will be. If you have any suggestions, please leave it down in the comments, because I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Maybe I'll do like a week in the life of a crocheter or something. And I'm gonna start market prepping because I want to do more markets. So maybe I'll do another market prep video if you guys are interested in that. You guys seem to be liking the crocheted content, and I'm really enjoying the crocheted content, making it. Anyway, I'll stop chit-chatting. You guys can get on with your day. Leave a like on this video, subscribe if you want. And I think I'm almost at 200 subscribers. Maybe by the time I post this, I will be at 200. Yay! Thank you guys so much. Like for all the love on my last videos. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I would make a heart with his hands, but he can't do that. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Say bye, Jax. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Anyway, bye guys.